You're going to enter this beautiful dark G minor with a delay on that B flat because it's a long tight note. You came out of the previous measure, happy major, and now suddenly, you know what you have to do there? You can't go, because you have repeated notes next to each other. You have to do the pet the cat. So you're going to enter this slower. Can you show me that? So you get the pet the cat so you don't get ha ha or little gasps there. So 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2. It's very soft. Pedaling, when you have a lot of steps, you're going to end up lifting your pedal, right? Or you're going to get blurry. Too much of that. So your pedal goes up and down. Probably the first note I would have the pedal down. The left hand helps me with that. Da, 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 off the pedal, pedal, and pedal. So yeah, get off it when I'm going to do this. Otherwise, that's going to happen. It's down and up and down and up, but it starts down. It's soaking up the beautiful G minor. Off and let it blur a little bit into the non-harmonic tone. Remember I told you could blur a little over a non-harmonic tone that comes out of a tone? Yes, you let it blur a little and then you get off it. It's just, but you have to play the A quite quietly. It's a good idea to play the left hand with it. I'll tell you why, because that'll help you with the pedal. So pedal and off and off and on. Well, you got to use your ear because you're not going to go. You're not going to go. We know that. We could go. I did first 2 notes. You didn't even know I did that. And then it came off. Because I have to have some degree of warmth in this. So down, off pedal, pedal, off pedal, pedal. That's my pedaling. It happens so quickly, you know, it's hard to even tell you what I'm doing. This is a G minor. I keep it down. But guess what? I don't like over pedaling Mozart. I don't like doing this. Watch. It's too much. We'd never do that. Chopin. I would do. Watch. I did 2 pedals. This was first beat pedal, second beat pedal, and then no pedal. Because I want to capture that rest there. I don't want that D going over the rest, right? Pedal and pedal, no pedal. Again, pedal, pedal, no pedal. Does that make sense? It's very clean that way. That's right. See how beautiful that is? It gives such purity to the line. You don't want to get the Chopin sound, you know, blurry things. Okay, one more time, everything from there. No pedal, pedal, no pedal, 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 no pedal. Good. Now back. Now you want more dynamic, a little higher on your dynamics. Okay. Same pedal though. Open this up. Open up your sound. Yeah, but one thing you can't do. So there's a couple of dimensions of this. You do good pedal now, but you have to roll to the not. Now you have the issue of how you're phrasing your notes. It's too much pedal. Right, you got to get off that pedal pretty fast. Watch. No pedal. See, I just did a little. I'm off it. Now I'm back on it. I'm doing the same pedal as before. Except I'm deeper in the keys now because I'm answering higher. Yeah, I'm in a dominant mode, dominant territory here. Off pedal, pedal, off pedal, 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 no pedal. Good. That's right, that's right. Getting the idea. Your pedaling is excellent now. Your pedaling is really good now. I don't hear blurring through any of the steps. However, what you have to avoid is finger tapping up and down, especially when you have this long line. Delay. So you have long lines here. the double pedal there. So if you have one harmony, like the second beat of 39, that's one pedal. It's not here, but here, this is one pedal. One pedal. Why not? Why not, right? It's one harmony. It's the B flat harmony. So you keep the pedal down there. But you have to do pet the cat so you don't get a gaspy sound. Okay, can you show me measure 39? That's the 2 chord 1 6 4 5 1 in B flat major. I do these two. Now I got off it. Now this is completely one harmony. See? It's one harmony.
So there are 2 B's, 1 harmony.
Yeah, see, when you have something like this, you wouldn't want that, so you eliminate that. But you could do, get off it after you sort of blur slightly, and you don't play the blurring note too loud. See, you have touch factors into pedaling too. So, see, there's no pedal there. Now, pedal, hold it. Now here it's just for 2 notes. T, off, then pedal, pedal. We know about that already. So that's a clean pedal. Yeah, don't forget this is 1 and 2. That sort of gets cut off. 1 and 2 and 3. There's no pedal there. That's completely no pedal. Just here, I'm going to get off it. Now what happens here? That beautiful bass line. Bass line. Hear it? Talked about that. Suddenly the left hand bass moves down against the beautiful treble, so they interact. This is getting a little gapped. You want it to connect. So when you do this, you want to go T, yeah, because it gets so tappy. It can sound like da 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 da. Yeah, you're really going to the long note, right? You're going to the long note across the measure. But before that, you don't want to have a gaspy note. We know about that. T, wah, wah. First do it without the pedal and show me how you're doing that. T, wah, wah, wah. So you're really deeper into the right hand. Keep this down. That's what you need to do. Push down that left hand. Bring out the right hand. That's it. It's better. So that got faster suddenly. We're practicing it slower anyway, because this is back tempo now. So what you're doing? You're doing this. So you avoid the lower neighbors under each of those scale tones. You're really thinking as you're playing, right? Right, so you think, oh, it's a wavy, it's very wavy. Now think you're playing into the honey so you don't hear like tappy sounds. Can you space this better where you do this? Watch. Resolve it. It's like I feel like I'm going through that, you know, molasses in the keys. So every time, so this is what you need to practice. This is what you have to do. That's how I do it. That's what I do first. Follow your bass line and play with your treble. Follow the bass line. That's measure 41. That's a yeah. When you do that scale down, try to get off the pedal more than you're on the pedal, because it's a scale with steps. It's going to get very blurry. But one thing I would make sure of is when the bass line comes down on each of these beats, numerical beats, that's when I need to capture the warmth of the hands together on these down beats of each one, each 4. but don't hold them down all the way through because this is too much of a scale to get submerged, you know? 41, you have the bass line suddenly moving down with a beautiful fundamental bass on the bottom from here. It's in C minor. To go down with that left-hand bass line to know that you're listening as well for that. So you can play both hands with the bass going down and the soprano interacting with it. Drag the right hand, drag it. Diminished chord. Actually chord it in the left hand, and here again this is C minor, 4 chord, 5 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord, C minor. Diminished chord. Unblock it. G, F, E flat, G, C, diminished. Except that when you get here, I'm hearing too much of that. Remember that's accompaniment. It's harmonic. Now it's not moving already. It's not moving. Here it was moving. I needed to hear beautiful bass line in C minor. But now it's sort of staying. Look how light that is. Light. Light. This is in the distance now. It's in the distance, the left hand. Okay, gotta be careful here. You know what you have to be careful of? No, I know I'm exaggerating. You're not quite doing that. But this is a diminished chord. This diminished chord. It's going through the diminished chord. C diminished, you could say, or it's actually the root is the F sharp, but it's like inverted. Doesn't matter. It's diminished. Okay, so what you have to do is go to the notes that are moving up on top. That one, that one, that. So you have to push under your afterbeat notes. You know what I mean by afterbeats, right? What are the afterbeats? This one, this one. This is afterbeat. Now some people played a little more, but they certainly don't play those afterbeats very loud because they'll upstage the flow of the phrase. Because it's this. That's what you want to hear. That's the notes you want to hear ascending. That's the thread. Okay, show me the right hand. It's in reverse because he's going da-dee-da, right? So it's sort of in reverse now. Right. That's exactly right. It's very good now. But you have to avoid this. Right? You have to go. Right. You have to have one note bundle the 4 notes, sort of take the 4 notes in a little group of a little shape, a nice shape. There, float the G now. That was good. Now what I want you to do is do chords in the left hand like this. This is the 2 chord of G minor. It's a diminished chord. That's what I want you to do. Chord the left hand, play the right hand. Minor, still in minor. Yeah. I want this again because this is a beautiful little cadence in the minor before we go to the major. This is a beautiful minor finish to this section. So 2 chord. Just up to there. Just up to there, just like I did. Yeah, so you're going to keep the pedaling that you plan to do. Yeah, you do the same pedal when you're blocking as you would when you're going to be unblocking. You're practicing the same interaction. Yeah, that's a beautiful cadence because you have to separate the G minor cadence from the little trickling chromatic scale going up to G major. So the listener has to know it's finished and it's new breath. New breath after that. So here's what's happening. I'm done here. Back to tempo. So the beat doesn't change till the end, just this tiny stretch. You keep your pulse. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 and a 1 E and 3. See, I just did the very end, but I kept the same beat for the second beat. Yeah. I need to work on this because this is much better pedaling now, I must say. But when you got to this dominant 7, you're going to have that C of the dominant of the dotted 8/16 lift up. It was falling down too much like this. Yeah, this has to sort of ta-dee-dum, pum pum pum, ti-ya-dum. And this is most. And then it has to roll in 4s. Okay, can we start here? Bum bum B to 6 chord most here. But it's changing rhythm though. You're getting too fast. I think you're changing your beat though. If this is your beat, what happened? I lost you. What happened? Instead of, you can't freeze your hand. You have to let your wrist roll into it. Exactly. Same thing. Most here. And you need to do the groups of 4 without an accent. It's almost like waves, little waves. Because you can't do this. That won't do it. Because there's no honey, there's no resistance. You have to have that resistance of the waves. You got to play this more into the honey. Like this. That's better. You have to play with your wrists and arms. But you know what you want to do after that? This falling down to the lower neighbor A. Now you need more T. He has a little open crescendo. T. Yeah, one and. What happened to the one and? One and a 2 E and 1 and a 2 E. So what happened here? This was okay with this. What? You can't go. Use my wrist. Otherwise I get a stabbing acceleration into the note, which is an accent instead of pull. Pull that note. Know how I pull that note from the honey? Like this? Pull the note. Right. That's right. It makes a huge difference how you enter a long note like that from a 16th. You see, when you're going from fast notes to suddenly a dotted A16, you have to reflect that in the color of the dotted A16. So you can't stab into it. You have to cajole it. So this way.
Is it can you go over the pedaling on that one?
Yeah, let's see what happens. Not too much pedal. See, because what he has there is a dominant 7 and a 2 chord together. He has this. It's a clashing chord between the hands. It's like this. It's like he did a dominant 9. See? So it creates too much clashing sound. So you want to get a little bit on the pedal and then get off the pedal when you have that. So you have this, new pedal, off pedal, new pedal, off pedal, new pedal, off. You know how clean that is? New pedal, off pedal. New pedal, off pedal. 2 notes. And I'm off it. Absolutely. But then you have to learn how to go to the next pedal with a legato across so you don't get little gaspy sounds, you know? So you have to have a transit that's very smooth with your pedal.
This is down and then up.
And then connect the pedal to this. Right, now connect to the next measure.
So just press with...
Yeah, then you put the pedal back down, but what are you doing in the right hand? It's connecting your right hand. Because the right hand continuously connects, right? The left hand has irregular pedaling, but the right hand keeps connecting. So in other words, some people get mixed up. Their pedal does one thing, and that means their hand starts jumping up and down. You have to keep your legato. Now, what I would go out of my way of doing is not letting this drown out your melody. This must be way down. Way down. Way down. This is your soloist.
Here I just do a new pedal, right?
Lots of things going on. There you go. Right, right. Yeah, that's getting a little choppy because the right hand is getting too much finger taps, you know, up and down. Show me how you're doing this. I do it with my wrist. I just sort of do wrist to wrist to wrist, like four notes with the wrist playing. Exactly. It's like you would sing it. You ever try singing these lines? You sing them and then you try to do what you do when you sing in your hands. You're really going to the A. Could you try to milk this? I really am dead weight here. Well, this one's different though, right? This one's doing the scale up, yeah. This one's going all the way up with the lower neighbors. Yeah, don't get so choppy. It gets boxy when you have dot dot dot. Long lines. There's going to be a scale going through that. Let's see if we could smooth out when you go over the measure from. Show me how you're going to do a crescendo that's gradual. Let's start. That's the line you want. It'll be fine if it's even. Has to be very even and wavy. Good job. That was beautiful. That was nice. No tapping. Good. Now the left hand joins F major chord. F major chord. He's in F major for a moment. Now he's away from that. Careful with the pedal. Good. Yeah, you gotta be careful with this. It's a hard place. It's the hardest place to play well. You got time. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 And exactly, 1 and 2 and 3. And there's a rest, right? Then we get the dominant lean and less, lean and less, lean and less. All of that's tonic, tonic. Yup, up,